It is another soccer Saturday night here at the City of Lights, Las Vegas, Nevada, as tonight Lights FC welcomes in Phoenix Rising FC. Great to have you along for the ride, everybody. Drew Felios, joined by the former United States women's national teamer Lori Lindsay, and Cashman Field has been a true home field edge for Las Vegas this year in their inaugural year.
You're exactly right. They play with a ton of emotion. They've been so successful at home, and they're going to need that tonight against a stingy Phoenix Rising team.
Certainly Las Vegas playing with that emotion. They seem to take it to another level. They've had this date circled as well with Phoenix, a team that they consider one of their arch rivals. Look at what they have done at home and then on the road, struggled there. Las Vegas still believes, only 8 points out of that final playoff spot, that they have got a shot. San Antonio right now in that 8th slot. So Las Vegas does have some work to do. And on the other side, Phoenix, a team that is struggling on the road, clearly not the same.
Yeah, but they're still in that playoff contention, a playoff home field advantage contention. So this is a big night for them as well, and see if they can rectify getting more points on the road, because they're good at home as well.
All right, Las Vegas Lights FC taking on Phoenix Rising FC. 41 points on the Phoenix side, 26 on the Las Vegas side. Should be fun tonight from Cashman. Kickoff coming up in a moment.
Las Vegas Lights take on Fresno FC Saturday, August 25th at 8 p.m.
Brought down, shot, ripped in!
Join us at Cashman Field or tune in for all the action on MyLV Channel 21, Cable 12.
Have you ever thought about riding a Harley-Davidson? Visit one of our Southern Nevada Harley-Davidson dealers. Shop Henderson, Red Rock, or Las Vegas Harley-Davidson. Finding freedom just got a lot easier. Ride out on a new Harley-Davidson and leave the excuses behind. Now and throughout the Las Vegas Light soccer season, you can sign up and win one of 2 great prizes: a pair of Lights tickets or Harley-Davidson Riding Academy classes for 1. Visit us at Henderson Harley-Davidson, Gibson and Warm Springs, Red Rock Harley-Davidson, Rainbow and Sahara, and Las Vegas Harley-Davidson on the Strip.
At Chivas Fight Club, we believe there's a fighter in all of us. A mind that's always moving, thinking, sparring, and a heart that won't be knocked down. We believe in staying devoted to the fight, because every dream is worth fighting for. On the rise to the top, hard work should be rewarded, and success always shared. What are you fighting for?
¡Vamos! 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 ¡Vamos!
Las Vegas Lights FC Soccer is brought to you by Zappos. Visit zappos.com/LV Lights FC. By Findlay Toyota. At Findlay Toyota, we'll do anything to sell you a car. And Plaza Hotel. Plaza Hotel and Casino, the official hotel of the Lights in downtown Las Vegas. Just about set to go under the lights at Cashman Field, and one of the most unique entrances in the USL. Las Vegas Lights FC, Phoenix Rising FC. Drew Felios and Lori Lindsay. It's time to introduce you to the starting 11, brought to you by Zappos, presenting the Zappos Fan Tailgate starting at 5:30 before every match. Visit zappos.com/LV Lights FC. A little bit of a different lineup for Las Vegas. No Joel Huiki, the heart and soul of that back line, and also Carlos Alvarez not in the 11 here tonight, Lori.
Yeah, so keep an eye on number 21, Matt Thomas, getting the start. He'll need to have a good night to at least get on the board and start this game off early for them.
And Daigo Kobayashi will be counted on for a big load tonight. He's had a very productive season, 4 goals, 19 chances created.
Yeah, and we talked about one of the keys is going to be dictating the tempo and setting play, especially as they're playing at home, and he's going to be the key man for that tonight.
And Phoenix Rising FC still coming off the loss of Alessandro Riggi. That is absolutely huge in their attack, but they've still got plenty of pieces like Jason Johnson, and Solomon Asante has been brilliant as of late.
Yeah, and they're going to want to be key in the midfield as well, making sure that they're keeping tight. Don't let this Las Vegas team get anything going, especially at home, because we know they play with emotion. So lock it up in the midfield, and Asante will be massive in terms of helping out in terms of goal scoring on the road.
Asante had that hat trick and that emotional loss to Orange County, and where the Rising almost came back and stole that one after being down 4-0. The fireworks are making their presence felt here in the pregame. This is a unique experience in the USL, unlike any other here at Cashman Field. And we're just about set to get underway. Las Vegas, 7 wins on the season, 11 defeats and 5 draws. They've won 4 straight here on their home pitch. And 2 matches here against these Phoenix Rising remain. But this is one that their head coach Isidro Sanchez and technical director Chalice had circled on the counter. They said if there was one match that we could tell our fans this is a must match to attend, it's tonight against Rising. Underway here at Cashman, and we'll blow the whistle and do this one more time. Las Vegas wasting no time trying to get into the head of the visitors. Las Vegas tonight talked about Matt Thomas and what he brings to the pitch. Vegas taking an early shot and already putting the goalie on notice. And for Phoenix in the goal tonight, Lori, we've got to change. Zach Lubin gets the start. Usually we see Carl Wasinski, but not tonight. A little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, that's a good save right from the get-go for him. A great look by number 8, Salgado. It's a direct play. That's exactly what Vegas wants to do. So get on the front foot, start to press this Phoenix Rising team, get after them early on. They know they had the backing of their fans. They've done well. As you mentioned, 4 straight wins at home. Here they earn the corner kick early on.
First corner of the match for Lights. Ball in the box for a moment. Mendiola heads over to it, and it goes across the touch line for a Las Vegas throw-in. Take a look at our keys to this match. And for Las Vegas, it is no secret what they want to do.
Yeah, push the tempo, see if they can put Phoenix Rising under pressure. We've already seen them with a good chances or within the first minute. But then also when it's time, settle things down, look for Kobayashi in the middle to dictate the tempo, switch the point of attack, but also spray balls in behind. Cause trouble for the back line for Phoenix Rising. And for Phoenix Rising, just make sure they stay compact defensively. Don't let anything get in behind them or Vegas to get on the board early on. They're playing away from home. They haven't been that consistent as of late. So stay in the game as long as possible and see that they can sneak some points on the road.
Just size up the scenario on both sides tonight, and you would think that this match is Vegas's to be had. If they could turn it into one of those unorthodox scraps that they're used to having here on their home pitch. As Avila tries to chase it down, we've got a whistle, and the visibility not too sharp right now on that Vegas side, right behind the goalie Ferrino.
No, but that's what makes this so exciting. It is like a show. I think that's why they play so well at home.
Ricardo Ferrino, most entertaining player in the USL, bar none. Likes to go long just like that and take as many chances as possible.
And you're exactly right about those chances. Not afraid to come out and make big saves. Sometimes it seems a little bit wild, played a little bit safer, but he's been good for them.
Ball is tapped out. Evan Waldrop and the 11 tonight for Phoenix. Amadou Dia, 63 clearances. The midfield for Rising FC. This one will be tapped out. And let's see, looks like going to have a corner kick here for Phoenix Rising FC. Phoenix expecting the unexpected here tonight. And their interim head coach Rick Shantz saying we got to stay unified. Cannot worry about the crowd, the referees, the smog, or anything else. Easier said than done here in the opening minutes. Solomon Asante will put this one in motion for the visitors. Asante wearing that captain band tonight. Now directing a little bit of traffic. Ready for play. Puts this one low. And he'll toss it in immediately. Does roll across the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Ferrino. Well, UMC is the official hospital and emergency services provider for Las Vegas Lights. UMC Health Report. No injuries to report for Las Vegas. So they are as healthy as can be heading into tonight. After getting back Matt Thomas, who has been a spark plug for the Vegas side. Farrell battling, lost it. Eric Avila tosses it in for Lights. And now Matt Thomas working. And a whistle immediately. Matt Thomas just got a great motor. Number 21. Local product, one of the fan favorites. Just love watching him play, Lori. Brings so much to the environment of this Lights product night in and night out.
And he has many different qualities to his play. He's able to connect, link up with other players, but then also get on the goal, get goals, get into areas that to create chances for himself and for others.
Rising, try to go deep, and the flag will go up as Kevon Frater got a little bit too far down the pitch. Now this Phoenix attack, sort of a 4-3-3 on offense and then a 4-5-1 on defense, but Ferrino and Vegas known for going long, trying to strike quickly. Phoenix going to be on guard for that tonight and try and completely eliminate it.
And that's what we mentioned about one of the keys to the game for Phoenix Rising is just to stay compact defensively, not give anything away, silly options. They like to go long, but when it's on, they're able to play tic-tac type soccer, keep possession. And Phoenix Rising is going to need to be aware of that. And with the numbers and them dropping in and playing in, like you said, more of a 4-5-1 defensively, could play into their hands, and then they can look to counter out of that.
See a pretty nice contingency top of your screen of Phoenix fans that have come to Cashman tonight. This will be a nice rivalry in the future here in the USL as long as Phoenix is playing in the league. As Phoenix continuing to try and build momentum to eventually one day make that big step to MLS. And that is something that several cities are trying to do right now. And oh, that is a hot race right now, Lord. FC Cincinnati, the latest, who will head into MLS. They drew 27,000 fans earlier today. Amazing what they are doing at Nippert Stadium.
Yeah, and it's been great just to see the rise in this league, the competitiveness. And then, as you mentioned, teams doing well and continue to expand their fan base. And then moving up to Major League Soccer. And just credit to USL, and then also just the rise in soccer in the United States and the growth of the game.
Ferrino places it on the ground. 64 saves coming into tonight. He can take your breath away. Got a lethal right foot as well. Vegas trying to play quickly. Just outside the 18, you saw Mendiola trying to collect, couldn't do it. And the ball now sent out. It'll be a Vegas throw-in on the far side. Just underway here, 10th minute. Drew Felios, Lori Lindsay. There you take a look at the technical director, Chalise. That is his title, but he does so much more for the Vegas side, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And he kind of goes hand in hand with Vegas, the city. It's the emotional coach. Not afraid to tell you how it is. Wears his heart on his sleeve, and it all fits with everything that goes on with this team and the show and being in Vegas. It's fitting.
It certainly fits, and it fits well. Turnover in the center circle. Las Vegas will try and take advantage as Phoenix getting a little bit careless possessing, and now finally able to control things at the moment. Here's Kevon Frater attacking that left side, services one in, the header is on, and Ferrino, a brilliant save. Rebound comes out though, and it's stuck right back in, and Rising FC is on the board, and guess who? Solomon Asante making his presence felt already.
Well, this is a fantastic finish by Asante. It all starts at the beginning here. Frater's able to pick up the ball in between the lines, start to run. Starts a good ball in. It's a good header initially by Asante, but even better save by Ferrino. But Asante gets his own rebound. Too much time in the box, able to take a touch, turn, and then fire this one pass. Ferrino right in between his legs, nothing that he can do. Just low and hard into the goal. Fantastic finish, especially on the away goal, as if they've been struggling as of late.
Is there a hotter player right now in the USL than Solomon Asante? I don't think so.
No, and just the ability to get his own rebound after that initial header. Fantastic save, as we mentioned, by Ferrino. But then top-notch play for Asante to be able to just heads up, get his own rebound, then turn and fire this one low and hard into the goal.
Well, Phoenix trying to silence this Cashman crowd here early. This is a pretty nice run. Jason Johnson, so dangerous. Tries to make that left foot work, but there is Ferrino coming way out to knock it down.
And this is where Las Vegas is going to need to be careful that they don't get too stretched, that their back line's not dropping too much, allowing Frater and Asante and players like that to drop off the back line, pick up the ball, and start to turn and run, because their athleticism up top will pose a challenge for Las Vegas.
That is just what the Phoenix Rising side needed here in the 11th minute. Last week, such an emotional contest with Orange County, and where they lost one of their leaders, Alessandro Riggi. They were stinging this week at practice, trying to rebound and trying to recoup for this trip to Las Vegas. This is one of those matches where if you're Phoenix, it can either go well after goals like that, or things can really take a nosedive.
And this is where they're going to need to be smart defensively as well. Stay compact, especially as Vegas starts to get on the ball a little bit more. They like to go direct. They have that energy behind them playing at home. This game is far from over. Only first 13 minutes or so into this game. So plenty of time left to play. Vegas is just going to need to be smart, pick and choose their times when to go, but start to push the tempo even more.
Rising trying to go along with it. So Phoenix trying to beat Las Vegas at their own game as Rodrigo Inigo, the defender, Mexico City. Rodrigo joining Lights in mid-season, and number 4 has brought some real attitude to the back line of Lights FC. Here's Mendiola now. Vegas working so quickly here tonight so far. Far side, this one fisted out. And let's see, no, it will be a goal kick for Phoenix. Let me ask you this, Lori. There are times where Lights FC works so quickly. Is there such thing as working too quickly? Do you think at times they need to just slow things down just a bit, or is that simply their identity and simply try and play to the strength?
Well, I think that is one of their strengths, and it is their identity, especially at home, being able to push the pace, as we mentioned a couple times already, and then try to catch some of these teams off guard. But in transition. But at the same time, I think it's more about just variety in their attack. If they start to play diagonal balls and it's not on to Thomas, to Mendiola, some of these type striker players, or Salgado over the top, if it's not on, then slow it up, see if they can find it into their feet. But at the same time, you can still play quickly into feet. It doesn't always have to be over the top.
Here's Dia now. Has it taken away. Mendiola active early on here for Vegas, and now Kobayashi. Las Vegas possessing. Perez sends it down the pitch. Now it's Mendoza. Now Vegas gonna kick it around a little bit, try and get some rhythm.
And this is a better rhythm by Las Vegas. You know, switch the point of attack, finding Matt Thomas there. It's a narrow field. We talked about how tight the midfield is. The numbers that are in there for Phoenix and the numbers that are in there for Las Vegas. So can they find the width out wide, use every inch of this field?
Avila tried to sneak one in, try and turn, top of the 18, Salgado gets it out, shot is on, and just a little bit high. Good idea for Lights FC here in the 16th minute.
Yeah, and that's the variety of attack that we've been talking about too. It's not just over the top, switching the point of attack. As you mentioned, this is a good look. Ultimately, you want this on frame, especially with Lubin being new into the starting lineup. But a good look from Matt Thomas, getting involved early on.
Rising FC striking first, in case you're just joining us. 11th minute, Solomon Asante getting the Phoenix side on the scoreboard. Musa pushes it back. Rising now, content possessing. Until that early goal just has allowed Phoenix to sort of take the pressure off themselves a little bit. Not force anything, as Mike DeFont, 85 clearances along that back line, handles it. Jason Johnson, what a scoring threat he is. 7 goals in 2018. Now Rising, attacking far side. This is Asante once more. Las Vegas not going to let him get a sniff this time. Lights will throw it in. Las Vegas did not have much luck in their last meeting with this Phoenix side back on June 13th. A 4-0 defeat at the hands of the Rising. But very confident things would be different tonight here on their home pitch. We're certainly going to find out as Las Vegas will throw it in once more. Inigo sends it up and sails out across the touchline. Another throw in for Phoenix. Neither team able to possess here over the past few minutes. Here's Asante. Well, he is so quick to it, isn't he? Ball's knocked down. It'll be a corner kick for the visitors.
Yeah, and he's already been so active tonight up and down that right-hand side, and obviously finished the goal a few minutes ago. But his pace and his just ability to have that quick little burst to separate from the defender is what makes him so successful and so good.
Lambert in position. This ball hammered out and cleared by Lights. Johnson got airborne. Ball slides off his head and out of bounds. Eric Avila out of San Diego, California, won an NCAA title at UC Santa Barbara. And he is the lone player tonight from Lights FC that is actually playing against his former side, a former member of the Phoenix Rising. Dia tosses it in. Started a pretty good pace, Lori, but over the past 4 or 5 minutes, neither team has ever really been able to establish any type of flow.
No, and it is tight. And we mentioned how narrow the field is. Makes it difficult to be able to spring the ball around, or spray it around, excuse me, and then find little pockets of space. So the faster you can move it, the movement off the ball needs to be there. And right now we've seen the last few minutes it's been difficult for Vegas to get anything going or even really get on the ball.
Dia with a long throw in. They'll head it right back to Ferrino, and he'll take care of it for the Lights. Long and high. Mendiola trying to catch up to it, and corner kick coming up. Kobayashi on top of it once again. He's the outswinger for Lights FC. Sends this ball just outside the 6. It was up to be up in the air for Garcia, but Rafael Garcia hammers it out of bounds. Had a chance to ask Isidro Sanchez, head coach of Las Vegas, how to define 2018, first season ever for this young franchise. He said, simply been a roller coaster, lots of ups and downs, and they've certainly survived it up to this point, but they have made some additions. Talk about Rodrigo Inigo and what he has meant. Raul Mendiola as well. Experienced bodies that have meant so much to this side. Eric Avila now with it in the center circle.
Well, to your point, it's been a roller coaster season, and it's reflected in there.
Asante getting one ahead. Ferrino will come out and fall on it just outside the 6.
And it's reflected in their wins and losses, but the same, they're still very much in the playoff hunt. You know, start to collect some points, especially at home, and they can find themselves very much in the playoff race.
Garcia gets up off the pitch. And Las Vegas, any advantage that they can get, they will certainly look into it. As you see, off corner kicks, off set pieces, the cards go up. They've certainly always have something up their sleeve, it seems.
100%.
Eric Avila. Avila sends it in. Vegas still on top of it, hammering it down and out of bounds. But back to the point we were talking about playing in an inaugural season, Lori. Couldn't imagine how difficult it was. They held tryouts for local players to come out and be part of this side, and just to put a competitive product out there against well-established sides night in and night out in this league. How difficult that must be.
Yeah, and that's to their credit, as we were mentioning. I mean, it might feel like a roller coaster, and that might be indicative of how they are in terms of their wins and losses this season. But as I just mentioned, they're very much still in the playoff race. They need to start putting more consistent performances together. But for such a roller coaster season, the ups and downs, adding in new and additional players, they've done well, and they continue to still fight and find themselves in positions to maybe sneak in that 8th position in terms of playoffs.
Musa giving it a ride. Lights FC on the far side. Saw Lambert battling for it for Rising. Kobayashi on top of it once again for the home side. A little bit of the bite was taken out of this crowd in the 11th minute after that goal by Asante. Sort of settled things. Still really looking for a reason to erupt here at Cashman Field. Anigo tries to get it ahead, and that final third right now a little dysfunctional on the home side.
Yeah, and that's when they're going to need to be a little bit more patient. Las Vegas is in the final third. Phoenix Rising is just happy to sit back, get the numbers behind the ball, especially when it's a slower build-up. So they're going to need to get Kobayashi on the ball. He's a player that they can look to dictate that tempo, switch the point of attack when needed. But just variety, a little bit more patience. Find the width. Can they pull Phoenix Rising out and then start to slip balls into their attacking players that can cause some trouble? Right now, just a little too impatient, looking for that final ball early on. It's easy for Phoenix Rising to defend.
Once again, same result.
This plays right into Phoenix Rising's hands. They got that early goal within the first 11 minutes, and now they're happy just to slow things down, get numbers behind the ball. And as we mentioned as the key, what makes it such a difficult place to play is the emotion of the crowd, the emotion of the players for Las Vegas, and how difficult they are when they start to go direct and play long balls. And so I think they need to start to find that, but pick and choose, find their times when they're going to do that.
Good ball won by the home side. Now Las Vegas trying to get numbers forward. Here's Eric Avila distributing. Mendiola and Avila. Mendiola sends it back. Mendoza with a touch as well.
And you can see the amount of players for the Phoenix Rising that are behind the ball right now, and that's why Vegas does need to be more patient. It's okay to keep the ball, switch to the point of attack, draw them out, see if Phoenix Rising can get impatient defensively. And then you can start to find some of your players like Salgado and Matt Thomas that we know can score goals, are crafty within the box.
It's one thing to be without Joel Huiki, but Carlos Alvarez is sort of the orchestrator on this Vegas side. And right now, the first 30 minutes you're sort of seeing without him, they struggle possessing and making that correct decision in that final third, don't they?
Yeah, arguably their best player this season. He's dynamic. You're exactly right. He can link up, create things, create chances for other players, make things happen for himself. And we talk about emotion and somebody that wears their feelings on their sleeve. He is one of them. He is getting in. He's fighting for his teammates. We're going to need to find somebody that's going to step up and fill those shoes for him tonight.
Oh, nasty tackle there. As flying in that time was Perez, and going down hard, Amadou Dia. It looks like our first player is going to be in the book.
Yeah, Perez trying to get all ball, but he ends up getting all player. Good little touch here by Dia to separate himself from the ball. He's going to run onto it, but Perez just comes in late.
So yellow card issued to Perez here in the 29th minute. You know, Las Vegas actually went their first match without a yellow card on Wednesday night, and that loss to Orange County, very uncharacteristic for Lights FC. But right back in the book.
I was gonna say that was a one-game streak.
Things back to normal now here at home. And that is part of their game. Remember asking Zizro Sanchez earlier on this season, would you like to play with more discipline? Kind of tone down the number of cards. He said, absolutely not. That's who we are. That's how we play. That's our identity. Enough said. Asante, another brilliant pass slid in. Tries to get it back. Asante fighting for it, and so is Johnson, who puts it in motion right at Ferrino.
And that's a heads-up play by Ferrino. Makes a good save here. Then realizes he has some open players out wide, but decides to slow things down.
Here's Avila now. Vegas trying to turn. Salgado can't find an opening. Want to keep in mind, Vegas tries to chase this down with Garcia. It is over 100 degrees tonight down on the pitch, even with the sun setting. That is how warm it is here in the desert. So players weathering the elements and what has been a brutal month of August, and because of that we're coming up here on our first hydration break. It's going to be much needed for both sides.
Absolutely. When it's that hot too, it's almost so, it's just so difficult. Luckily there's not much humidity, but at the same time it's so difficult to play in with that heat.
So our hydration break with Phoenix, a 1-0 lead over Las Vegas. Great to have you with us tonight. Drew Felios and Lori Lindsay. And Cash the Soccer Rocker with another grand entrance. This is my favorite mascot, not just in the USL, but in all of pro soccer. He is a character, isn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, this is scary. This whole thing.
Coming out on the Harley. Haven't seen any llamas yet. And Cashman, as they've become known for that, the fireworks, the electric company making their presence felt. One of the more lively bunches in the USL. No matter what the score is, this group brings it night in and night out. And Lori, for a young franchise in their inaugural year, you've got to have those die-hard fans to drive things, especially when things aren't going your way.
Absolutely, and that's why it makes it so difficult to play here. Not only are the players and the team, do they make it difficult to play, opposing teams to play at Cashman Field, but at the same time, all of the other things that are going on, the fans, Cash making his entrance onto the field, there's just so many distractions besides playing in the game. That makes it so difficult for opposing teams to come here.
And how about Rising FC? They brought a pretty nice bunch as well, realizing the importance of tonight. Phoenix 41 points, 4th place in the West. Struggling just a little bit over the last month. Haven't really been able to string a couple results together, but still trying to hold it together tonight. And there is Chili's. the emotional backbone of this Lights FC franchise. You know, we asked Isidro Sanchez, what was it like to coach with his father? Father-son on that Vegas side, and just started laughing, says, I'm just having a ball. It's been great.
And you can tell when we spoke to him in his voice, he really meant it. He's learning a lot. Dad's been around for a long time in terms of the coaching.
See Zach Lubin getting the nod tonight in goal for Phoenix. So far, no damage done on the rising side, and Asante has struck again. He's got 4 goals in his last few outings, and still lots of time to post another one here tonight. So with that goal, Asante now with 11 goals on the season. He is tied with Chris Cortez as the scoring leader on this Phoenix side. Mamadou Dia will throw it on the far side for Las Vegas. Throw is high. Lights battling. Eventually cleared by Rising. Kobayashi collecting for Las Vegas as Avila gets it right back to him. Vegas trying to establish some pretty good pace. Getting through is Salgado. Salgado slides it right. Mendiola had the perfect cross, and Matt Thomas with a golden opportunity just couldn't get it past the keeper.
And this is one of the best opportunities for Las Vegas so far this game. Every time Salgado's gotten on the ball, he's done a good job of being able to help keep possession, come back to the ball, back to goal, and then when it's time, turn and face. They get it out wide, and Matt Thomas sneaking in there. Just can't get enough on it to put it past Lubin, but a good look, especially going into these final 10 minutes of this first half.
Ferrino comes up, takes care of it once more for Lights FC. Well, a week from tonight, the Lights will be back at Cashman Field for a rematch with the Foxes of Fresno FC. For tickets, we invite you to go to lightsfc.com/August or purchase tickets at any La Bonita supermarket. Pretty nice home stretch for Las Vegas coming up. 7 out of the last 11. Friendly confines of Cashman Field. Lights trying to get a corner kick here. I believe they were able to do it, and now Kobayashi will come over once again to take care of it. How about that cue card?
I mean, this is the best thing I've ever seen. This is what we're talking about, the distractions, right? I don't know if it helps Las Vegas more or is more distracting for Phoenix. They're like, what is going on?
Try and blast this one straight on through a bunch of traffic near the goal as the ball was up in the air. And you saw Lubin on guard. He has got tremendous reach in goal for Phoenix. He is going to be tested, though, early and often tonight. You know what is also a little bit of a distraction, I can imagine, for the players down on the field, Lauren? The constant whistles that we're hearing as well. Kobayashi places this one far post. Oh, right there for Mendiola. Mendiola able to recoup. Oh, but lost it across the end line. Another good effort from the home side.
Well, that's good defense just to stand the ground from Phoenix Rising, but that is great contact with the ball after that initial corner kick. I'm starting to see Las Vegas. It might not be their normal diagonal run and gun style play, but they are starting to be more patient this final third. It's resulting in corner kicks and chances off set pieces. They keep probing, keep moving the ball, find Salgado in those spaces in between the back line and the midfield. Things are going to start to open up for them as this game goes on.
So Las Vegas starting to establish some momentum here at home in the 40th minute. Trailing 1-0. Now working out of center circle. Here's Avila. Avila, quick touch, and now a turn. Salgado doing lots of work right now just outside the 18. On the home side, try and service this one far post. Trying to catch up with Kobayashi, but he just put a little too much on it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Definitely just a little too much on him, but he has been such a bright spot this first half. Every time he gets on the ball, making things happen, whether he's dribbling at players, creating little 1-2s for himself. And Las Vegas need to be aware of that. Keep finding him the ball. Keep finding him the ball. He's feeling it tonight. He's making things happen.
Look at the shots edge. 8-2 in favor of the home side.
And really, since that initial goal in the 11th minute by Phoenix, it's been all Vegas since then. And again, it looks a little different than we're used to seeing at home, where it is a run and gun, a long ball type style play. We're not really seeing that tonight, mainly due to Phoenix getting numbers behind the ball quickly, making it difficult for them to play balls in behind their back line. That's good. That's going to be good for this Vegas team going forward to, again, as we mentioned, having variety in their attack, not just looking to be exposing teams in behind and getting stretched, but staying compact, see if they can find Kobayashi and get on the ball, players like him, or finding Thomas early, seeing if they can link up and set play themselves.
Phoenix now possessing. Dia sends it back, and now they go forward. Vegas defense, though, well organized after conceding in the 11th minute. Mendoza up to Garcia. Vegas doing a good job here, building from the back over the last 10 minutes. Center circle once more, again, really physical in there. Lambert sends it back, and now Phoenix trying to attack. Lambert, can he get by that last line of defense? Inigo was holding him up. And the official quick to blow the whistle. Spot marked, and now set piece coming up for Phoenix Rising FC. Slowly approaching halftime here in the desert. 1-0 the score. Phoenix over Las Vegas. Drew Felios, Lori Lindsay here at Cashman Field. Asante able to get a pretty nice ball. Everything that he puts in motion just looks like it is a threat right now, as another foul is called in the box.
Well, and it's just as we were saying that the tides were turning into Las Vegas's, into their favor. Exactly, thank you. In their favor, you know, as soon as Asante gets on the ball or gets an option, it's right back down Vegas's throat. So this is a good opportunity the last 3 minutes of this half.
Asante put in a pretty good spot, and that is where Isidro Sanchez says they are going to really miss Joel Huiki tonight. Those set pieces defending them, because Phoenix much taller, a little bit more athletic than the Vegas side here tonight.
You can see that, especially in the attacking third, just the power that they have, the speed that they have up top. And that's exactly what we were just mentioning about Asante. Even if it's the momentum's in the favor of Vegas, as soon as Asante and that front line gets on the ball, things are starting to happen.
That's where you really miss Garduno as well. If there's one thing Vegas has working against them here tonight, remember they played last Saturday, lost a 4-1 match to St. Louis, and then played again on Wednesday, losing 3-1 to Orange County. So third game in 8 days. And having to deal with this heat tonight at home. Against a visiting side that is used to it here in Phoenix. Now Kobayashi, 45th minute. Kobayashi hits one hard, and the goalie, Zach Lubin, gets on the ground. That ball was screaming.
Well, this is a good hit by Kobayashi, but it was never going to really test Lubin that far out. He's able to make a good save. Screened, it looks like a little bit, but gets down to the ground early enough.
Three minutes of stoppage time here to end the first half of play.
Ladies and gentlemen, the board official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time.
Rising, FC, race to the ball. It's loose. Ferrino comes out, helps out. And it looks like we've got a player down for Phoenix. Ferrino will help him up, but I'm not so sure he is ready to get up off the ground. It's Frater, who looked like he knocked his knee that time. And he was in a foot race with Joseph Patrick Perez.
Yeah, and this is a tough challenge here for Ferrino. Comes out, both of those players going head to head.
That looked like the left knee of Kevon Frater collided with Ferrino as Lights FC goalie came out. Well, we invite you to stick around at halftime. And coming up, Harley-Davidson first half stats. Also look at the upcoming schedules for both sides. And a look around the USL. Lots coming up. We invite you to stay with us at the half from right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Drew Felios, Lori Lindsay. Phoenix with a goal in the 11th minute. Solomon Asante is red hot right now, folks. 4 goals in his last few outings. Las Vegas, though, able to recoup from that. They've had some pretty nice chances here in the first half, but no goals to speak of just yet. Mike DeFont taking his time. Those 3 minutes nearly up here after the injury. Rising FC playing some keep away. Lubin. Vegas starts to press just a bit. trying to go along with it. And it heads across the touchline. See if Vegas can establish another chance. They won't get the opportunity here to end the first half, as Asante gives his team the advantage. Heading to the locker room. 1-0 is your score. Phoenix over Las Vegas. Stay with us. Tons coming up for you at the half here as we look forward to the future for both sides in the USL and also go around the league. Solomon Asante off the rebound, burying it for the visiting side. Rising FC, a 1-0 lead at intermission.
Have you ever thought about riding a Harley Davidson? Visit one of our Southern Nevada Harley Davidson dealers. Shop Henderson, Red Rock, or Las Vegas Harley Davidson. Finding freedom just got a lot easier. Ride out on a new Harley Davidson and leave the excuses behind. Now and throughout the Las Vegas Light Soccer season, you can sign up and win one of 2 great prizes: a pair of Lights tickets or Harley Davidson Riding Academy classes for 1. Visit us at Henderson Harley Davidson, Gibson and Warm Springs, Red Rock Harley Davidson, Rainbow and Sahara, and Las Vegas Harley Davidson on the Strip.
With rising electric bills, now is the time to call Universal Solar Direct to take advantage of tax rebates and years of continued savings. Own your system. Don't lease. Call Universal Solar Direct now. 702-710-1921. That's 702-710-1921.
We're in this to win it. We're going to go the extra mile. When the lights go low, we're in it to the very end, till the crowd starts to roar.
Universal helped me eliminate my electric utility bill.
Call today and get the lifetime monitoring and maintenance package included. Own your system. Don't lease. Call Universal Solar Direct. 702-710-1921. That's 702-710-1921.
Hello, I'm Governor Brian Sandoval. There's a lot of confusion lately about health insurance. Nevada HealthLink can help you shop for and enroll in a plan that fits your needs and your budget. Visit NevadaHealthLink.com to review your options and enroll.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada. Phoenix Rising FC, a 1-0 lead over Las Vegas Lights FC. Drew Felios alongside former United States Women's National Teamer Lori Lindsay. The goal by Asante to put Phoenix in the driver's seat. Look around the Western Conference right now. Phoenix Rising in a pretty good spot in that 4 slot, but looking to move up. And Sacramento having some issues tonight, Lori.
Yeah, so they're both in this playoff race, especially to get a home field advantage. But tonight's going to be key, and Phoenix Rising can sneak out a win here at Cashman Field, which we know is a difficult place to play. That'll put them in a good spot, especially with Sacramento losing 4-0 right now.
Right, to Los Angeles. Take a look at the bottom side, and you see St. Louis in there, San Antonio FC, and there you see Las Vegas Lights in 13th. Remember, this is their inaugural season, 7 wins, and they've got a lot of home games here coming up, so they feel like they can make up some ground and maybe slide into that top 10. Let's take a look at the strength of schedules here in the upcoming games. Las Vegas, I think their schedule favorable, but Phoenix's is certainly as well.
Yeah, and Phoenix has done a good job of putting themselves in a good position, especially in those top 4 to try to get that home field advantage. And Las Vegas, if they can, we've known that they've done well at home. Tonight's an important night, especially going into the second half. Can they sneak back a goal and at least secure 1 point at home tonight? But at the same time, they need to make up some points, especially against some of these top teams. Fresno next week, and then Reno the following, and they're sitting in 6th place. So they have a tough schedule ahead, but can they do it?
So again, 1-0 is the score. Phoenix over Las Vegas Lights. Will step aside, and coming up, the best of week 22 in the USL.
Cochran tonight appearing in his 71st career match with San Antonio FC. He's been with the club all 3 seasons, most consistent there on the back end.
I felt like my whole life I've always had to prove people wrong. getting cut from the state ODP team when you're 13 because you're too small. And then in your club team, you sit on the bench until you're 16 or 17 years old because you're too small. Everything kept referring back to you're too small. There's no better feeling in the world of being able to look at someone that told you no and to be able to say, I told you so. You kind of see it all when you go through times of playing, getting cut, being someone on the field, playing all the time. It kind of gives you a good grasp of where different players are and what their mentality might be. It's definitely shaped who I am. I wouldn't change anything for my career, for how it's gone. Not only have I grown as a player, I think I've grown as a man in terms of being able to deal with anything that I really think that's thrown at me. I think there's a bunch of different ways that you can be a leader. Bring my lunch pail to work every single day, and I try to get better every day. And if I have that kind of mentality and other people see me pushing, regardless of what we're doing, that's the kind of leader I want to be. This is my third year here, and to be able to stay in one place and to really grow with it has been a tremendous honor, and it's something that I don't take for granted at all. Every time that I step on the field, I hope that I represent this club and this city. It's a privilege to play for such a passionate fan base. I'm Greg Cochran, defender for San Antonio FC.
Jason Johnson! You've got to be kidding me! Oh, what a finish! Alex Bruce! Asante the other way! Oh, what a goal! Near post! Oh, what a finish by Charlie Ward! And what a world-class goal that is from Didier Drogba! Great save for Strakovic! Diving stop! Must-see TV.
One 0 your score. Phoenix Rising FC leading Las Vegas Lights FC. Cashman Field is the place tonight. Las Vegas, Nevada. Big night for Lights FC. And a rivalry with Phoenix, trying to return the favor after falling 4-0 earlier this season. And this one of many key matchups around the USL this week. Following the action, and it has certainly been an interesting 2018. Quality of play around the league just getting better and better. OKC Energy, two better than Rio Grande Valley. LA Galaxy right now giving it to Sac Republic. Fresno with a victory, and then we see got some pretty good matchups coming up tomorrow. Real Monarchs over Tulsa Rails having a tremendous year.
Yeah, and we talked about even our game that's going on right now with Las Vegas sitting in the 13th place, but still sneaking in some wins the next few weeks or so, can find themselves right back into playoff contention, or at least right outside playoff contention within their inaugural season.
Portland, Seattle tomorrow night at 7 p.m. 1-0 the score here. Very interesting between Phoenix and Las Vegas. We'll have more in just a moment.
John Barr! John Barr! You can do it!
I got drive like I work with Uber. Yeah, cooking like curry, so respect the shooter. Your heart may harden the way I maneuver.
John. I'll do anything to sell you a car.
At Chivas Fight Club, we believe there's a fighter in all of us. A mind that's always moving, thinking, sparring, and a heart that won't be knocked down. We believe in staying devoted to the fight, because every dream is worth fighting for. On the rise to the top, hard work should be rewarded, and success always shared. What are you fighting for?
Boston Dental Group, your place for friendly, gentle, and convenient dental care in Las Vegas. We offer you expert specialists such as orthodontics, implants, cosmetic dentistry, and even pedodontics for your children. Call us today to take advantage of our limited time offers. 25% off cleanings and only $250 down to start your braces today. Call 702-388-8888.
We're Boston Dental Group, making healthy smiles more affordable to you.
Las Vegas Lights FC Soccer is brought to you by NV Energy. Download the Lights FC mobile app today, powered by NV Energy. By your Southern Nevada Harley-Davidson dealers. Learn to ride or ride better at the Harley-Davidson Riding Academy. And by the Boston Dental Group, official dentists of Lights FC. Well, a hot and humid night as usual this time of year in Las Vegas, Nevada. Over 100 degrees at the start. Phoenix Rising FC with a 1-0 lead over Las Vegas Lights FC. Drew Felios and Lori Lindsay. It's time now for our halftime stats, brought to you by Southern Nevada Harley-Davidson dealers. We'll take a look at our highlights first. And Vegas able to get some pretty nice runs going to end that first half. Omar Salgado doing a good job posting up just beyond the 18, and then this right here was the goal. Asante, the header denied, but a great job to stay with it, Lori.
Yeah, absolutely. He showed us why he's so dangerous. He initially wins that header off the cross, but then has the heads-up play to be able to get his own rebound, able to take a touch and turn. Too easy in terms of defense for Las Vegas, but then fires it home.
Salgado using his big body to distribute to his teammates. This one sails over. Matt Thomas playing aggressive in the first half, and one more by Salgado, distributing again to Mendiola. He's really making a lot happen, number 8.
Yep, absolutely. Salgado has been such a bright spot for them, coming back to set play, but also creating chances for other players. Him and Matt Thomas have linking up nicely, causing some trouble for Phoenix Rising defense. But just on the other end, too, just when you think things are starting, the momentum's starting to change for Vegas, Phoenix Rising has that potent attack that's causing Vegas' defense some issues.
Zach Lubin in goal for Phoenix Rising. So far, so good, using that big frame to deny shot after shot. And now our halftime stats brought to you by your Southern Nevada Harley-Davidson dealers. Learn to ride or ride better at Harley-Davidson Riding Academy. Lori, what numbers really stand out to you?
Well, the possession stands out to me in terms of the favor of Phoenix Rising. At the end there, I thought Las Vegas, momentum had switched to them getting on the ball a lot more, being patient in that final third. But at the same time, we're also seeing that patience for them paying off. They have 9 shots compared to Phoenix Rising 4. Now can they turn some of those chances and scoring chances into goals in the second half?
No, we're certainly going to find out. Well, earlier this week, Lights FC partners were able to tour the Zappos World headquarters in downtown Las Vegas. Just a great day. Owner Brett Lashbrook, defender Miguel Garduño. They welcomed companies like Universal Solar, Springs Preserve, Desert Radiology, and the Las Vegas Pouty Tribe. I'll tell you what, Zappos headquarters, such a fun place to be. Lori, I had a chance earlier this year to tour the headquarters as well, and it was a visit that I'm still talking about. Had a chance to meet all of the front office for this great franchise, and Brett Lashbrook doing a tremendous job, his staff here in Las Vegas. Well, get your tickets for one of the most popular acoustic instrumental bands in the world, Rodrigo and Gabriela, August 24th at Brooklyn Bowl. Tickets start at $37. Visit brooklynbowl.com for more details. How about a little Rodrigo and Gabriela, Lori? What do you think?
I like it. I like this combo.
Now, this entire city has just come alive. Talk about the Golden Knights making it to the NHL Finals. You've got the Raiders here coming to Las Vegas pretty soon. Head coach John Gruden getting ready, and Lights FC has brought a completely different brand of entertainment to this Vegas sports market. This area is just buzzing right now.
Yeah, it's really, as you mentioned, it's really becoming a sports market. It's exciting to see, and it adds, as we've been kind of mentioning this entire first half about how difficult it is to play. I don't know if it's the actual teams that they're putting on or just the distractions around the city, or a combination.
Take a look at Matt Thomas, able to generate a few chances in the first half. But Asante has been the difference maker, wearing the captain's armband tonight. The lone goal in this match. Kevon Frater start things off for Phoenix Rising FC. This would be their 13th result of the season if they can get it done here tonight. Started at over 100 degrees here at Cashman Field. It's cooled off just a little bit. I guarantee these players, though, right in their element. We will have a hydration break in the second half to break things up. Matt Thomas trying to get the corner, and he's meeting a not very welcome Saad Abdul Salam over on that side. This one hammered long, Ferrino able to grab it for Lights FC. Ricardo Ferrino has been everything that this Las Vegas coaching staff has wanted him to be this year. They got a really good, talented #2 goalie in Angel Alvarez, local guy out of Rancho High School, about a mile from here at Cashman Field. It has been mostly Ferrino this year. Rising trying to get in position. There was possibly some contact there, very close, as Phoenix was applying pressure. Look at what Lights FC was able to do in that first half, though. Lori, would you say they just need to continue what they were doing towards the end of the frame, and eventually that goal will find the back of the net?
Well, I think it depends on how Phoenix Rising comes out and starts to, if they're going to start to play, try to get in behind a little bit more and stretch things out, then we can see Vegas look to play their typical style of diagonal balls, a little bit more direct style play. But if they're getting numbers behind the ball like we're seeing right now, making it difficult, then yes, they're going to need to be patient. Again, find Salgado, who is a bright spot.
Garcia sends one in. Well defended by that Rising back line.
And here they're starting to do a better job of finding the width and then find little pockets of space in between those lines.
Oh, there's some contact. The official has got to blow the whistle here as Thomas goes down hard.
But it's the movement of Thomas, it's the movement of Salgado up top that has been key for them. They're not just staying on the back line of Phoenix Rising, they're popping off, making it difficult to defend. Here Thomas and Abdul Salam getting into it. Good little battle they've had all night so far.
Kobayashi and Salgado now on top of it for Lights FC. Kobayashi keeping it on the ground, no damage done. Asante, so explosive. Getting the run started for Lights FC. Ferrino, though, waiting for it. Yeah, I must say, Lori, work a lot of games around this league. Realize the size of this Phoenix side. They've got to be one of the bigger teams in the entire league. Really use that size to their advantage well on set pieces.
Yeah, it has been a key for them, just their speed and their power, especially with those front four up top. So much athleticism, and their ability on the ball is incredible as well. And credit to Las Vegas, they've done a good job of picking and choosing. That was one of the things that we said in the first half early on. Instead of just trying to play direct when it's not on, then start to be more patient. And they've done a good job. And then as soon as if Phoenix Rising wins the ball, they're getting numbers behind Vegas is, not allowing many opportunities for Phoenix here tonight besides that initial goal in the 11th minute.
Yeah, Phoenix's game plan here tonight was try and get to those wide areas, use those wide channels. Felt they'd be open tonight. Have not really been able to do that very often, aside from that Asante goal. Just as I say that, Rising FC goes to work. And do we have a corner kick coming up here? I believe so.
And that's a good example on the defensive side of Las Vegas just standing their ground, not diving in. We can see how athletic Frater is. He's dangerous when he starts running at players. They've done a good job of just standing their ground, not letting him get in behind them. And those balls right out of bounds.
Vela puts it in motion. And going down hard. Looks like Mike DeFont. A little collision there as Salgado may have gotten him with the elbow. Let's take one more look. Oh, right there.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because you can see that Salgado doesn't see him. It's behind his back, both going up, but his arms are up in the air. It is a dangerous play.
Player tended to here in the 53rd minute is DeFont. See Abdul Salam, who's delivered a few of those blows on the visiting side. We're having a little discussion with our official. And you just sense this match has gone along. It's gotten a little more and more physical on both sides. I've seen a few of those where players elevate, jump in the air, Lori, and the red card sometimes comes out.
Yep, and that's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
It is a dangerous play, regardless if you know where the player is or not. You can tell it wasn't intentional by Salgado. At the same time, it's up above, it's near the head.
Las Vegas will go to their bench here momentarily. Rising FC working quickly but losing it in the midfield. Ferrino sending this one out. Lights FC, see if they can get some numbers forward here. Herrera Perla trying to keep the ball. Now it's Thomas. Herrera Perla tries to keep it on the near side, and ball finally gets away as Thomas can't do anything with it. But here's the substitution. And we are going to see Christian Torres, a young Mexican defender for Lights FC, and he is going to replace Joseph Patrick Perez, who exits here in the 55th minute. So two talented young Mexican players on this Lights FC squad. Chelis and Isidro Sanchez, of course, those great connections and an entire system. Liga MX, all the great players that they produce south of the border. Going down hard once again, it's Salgado. And Salgado here is going to get a whistle. He wants a yellow card, though, on the other side. I don't think he's going to get it.
Well, here we see Salgado doing a good job of just standing his ground, fighting off the player. That's definitely a foul, just coming in, totally missing the ball.
Kick was just a little bit high that time. Well, your last chance for food, fun, and fireworks in August is next Saturday at 8 p.m. Purchase at least 4 tickets online and get a $10 food voucher with each ticket. Visit lightsfc.com/tickets and grub. If you have not been to a Lights FC match, you've got to make that happen. It is an experience you will not forget, and you'll certainly want to come back. We'll guarantee you that. Abdul Salam sharing it with Evan Waldrop. Not a lot of offensive fireworks here in the second half. It has been very quiet on both sides. Farrell touches to Asante. Now a little bit of space to work with for Waldrop, but he just goes lateral. And Phoenix certainly still playing very relaxed right now. You can sense that they feel like they have got this match at hand, even though it's just 1-0.
Well, I think partially that also has to do with the fact that there hasn't been a ton of dangerous chances for Las Vegas. Yes, they have 9 shots, not all of them on goal, though.
Now Rising, good pass there, and Vegas's defense able to gang up just inside the 18. Phoenix able to keep the play alive, try and cross one in now, and Inigo there to get his foot on it. This crowd doing everything they can do for sure. Dia with a long throw in. Squirts free. Asante, was going to step up and take a rip. If Asante had gotten a piece of that, Lori, he could book the second goal of the night.
And that's what makes Phoenix Rising so unpredictable. They won't have a lot of their players for long parts of time in terms of getting on the ball. And then as soon as they do, quick turn of events, and they're off and running, making things happen. And every time Asante gets on the ball, we think something could happen in terms of a goal or a good opportunity.
Matt Thomas going off. Samuel Ochoa comes in for Lights FC. Ochoa, the former Sac Republic star, also played with the Seattle Sounders a few years, 2011 to 2013. He certainly can provide some offensive punch. That's what Las Vegas needs right now.
And if him and Salgado can link up and use their height and then just their strength up top, you can start to turn things around a bit here in the last 30 minutes or so for Las Vegas.
Zach Lubin not been challenged here in the second half. Phoenix goalie playing tonight in place of Carl Wasinski. Wasinski, the all-time best in minutes played in Phoenix history, but tonight he gets a break. And now Asante moving forward. Solomon Asante, nice touch. Another good sequence right there, and Ferrino has to scramble to his left to jump on it.
That was a good little quick transition. Asante playing the ball through to Frater, and it looks like it was going to be a great opportunity. Sorry, that was Lambert that plays the ball across. It takes a little deflection. Ferrino there to clean it up.
'60th minute. Ball turned over. Las Vegas trying to take advantage of a miscue here, and that's certainly contact. No whistle going to be blown, and Cashman crowd is going to erupt over that, and I think they have got a good gripe there. Chalice up in arms right now on the far side. Lori, is this a foul?
Yeah, I think that's a foul. Initially, I thought it was a good no call. He sticks his arm out, gets him, pushes him off balance. Understandable that the Las Vegas fans and the team and the players are upset with that no call.
Lights FC trying to step up the intensity here in the 62nd minute. But he's throwing for the home side. Eric Avila over there. Phoenix sitting on a 1-0 lead. They've had it since the 11th minute. Now you just sort of see a sense of urgency for Las Vegas. See if it pays off here. Lights working quickly now. Mendiola. Mendiola. Left-footed touch. Torres trying to reel it in. It's going to be hit out. Las Vegas trying to connect the dots here against a pretty organized Phoenix defense. Any areas that you see they can exploit, Lori? It looks like Phoenix right now has a pretty good shape. It's coming up Zach Lubin to take care of things.
I think Phoenix is starting to do a good job getting on the ball more. But as soon as they get numbers behind the ball, it's going back to what Las Vegas did in the first half, and we started to see them have some success, which is get Kobayashi, those types of players on the ball in the midfield, and then be patient. There's still plenty of time to sneak a goal back and at least steal a point in this game, if not even close it out and get the 3 points here at home. But at the same time, they got to get on the ball more. We're starting to see the energy pick up for Phoenix. You're starting to see Asante drop back into the midfield, start to play a little bit more of a role instead of just looking in behind this Las Vegas defense. So if Vegas can get on the ball, again, be patient, pick and choose their times, I think we're going to start to see chances created as they did in the first half. And Salgado is going to be a key to that as well. Can he start to drop back into that midfield, pick up the ball, then allow some of the other players, Ochoa, to get in behind more often. But a little bit more movement, creativity in that final third that's going to pull Phoenix Rising out of their block that they're A-okay to sit in right now, especially on the road.
All tripped up there as Inigo got caught up, and this is going to draw a yellow card. He was clearly trying to keep the Rising from catching up there. Get one more look at it. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's a good foul. Otherwise, they're off and running, getting in behind you. To stop the play now allows you to get players behind the ball. Don't give up a second goal this early on. Keeps you in the game. So it's a good tactical foul.
And now enter Devin Vega, former San Antonio FC product, as Waldrop will go to the bench for Rising FC. Las Vegas still has one substitution. Phoenix can burn a couple more. Drew Felios with Lori Lindsay, former United States national teamer. Las Vegas trying to get that equalizer. Easier said than done against a Phoenix side here tonight. Just get the sense that Lights FC waiting for Phoenix to make that critical mistake, but it just hasn't come just yet.
No, and those are the times when you need, especially Las Vegas, who have had a roller coaster season. They're trying to look to become more disciplined over the 90 minutes, more consistent from game to game. Can they start to get the ball, start to dictate the tempos we've mentioned, and then start to make their luck happen, whether that's applying tougher defense, getting tighter defensively.
Here come the Lights. Mendiola, good pace as he approached the 18. And Mendiola able to track it down. Good hustle that time. Lights FC still working quickly. Nice couple touches, and coming out to fall on it was Zach Lubin.
And this didn't come off the way that they wanted to, but this is better. This is a better speed of play. Players running out of the midfield. Ochoa doing what he does best, which is just back to goal, linking up with players. Quick 1-2 here. Just a heavy touch here at the end. It gets away from him. Goalkeeper Lubin's able just to cover this up, make sure nothing gets past him. But at the same time, that's better. That's the pace that you want to see from Vegas, especially when you're chasing the game, hunting in that final playoff position if you can, sneak in there. You got to start to make your own luck.
That's a great point. It's one thing to wait for the opposing side to make a mistake, but there are times where you have got to generate it. You have got to find ways to pull them out of form. Las Vegas trying to do that at the moment. The home crowd appreciating the effort from Lights FC. Kobayashi been a little bit quiet tonight for Las Vegas. Lights again working. Sammy Ochoa wearing that number 9. Rising, able to turn, get a blast on, and it's just to the left. Kevon Frater.
And that is a fantastic example of how quickly Phoenix Rising can turn events. Don't see much of the ball the last few minutes, and then quickly Frater turns, fires one, doesn't get it on frame. At the same time, anytime they're in the final third, forces Las Vegas to be mindful of those front three, those front 4 players running at them.
Rising
so
FC
dangerous.
with numbers here, Lori. Trying to work quickly. Ferrino coming out. And Asante was in position. Ferrino lucky that time. If that ball makes it over the bar, it was serious, serious trouble for the home side.
Frater's starting to feel it. He's starting to get more of the ball, especially down that left-hand side. Ferrino's going to be kissing that post. Thankful that it goes off. But another good look in the last couple of minutes for Phoenix Rising.
Here comes Billy Forbes, another former San Antonio FC player. And he'll replace the high-scoring Jason Johnson. Jason Johnson with probably the best moment for Phoenix this season. That side scissor kick earlier this year that electrified the crowd, and something that Rick Shand said was, look back at 2018, no better moment than that. One that is certainly defined this year.
That's just when you take off your boots and walk off the field. That was such a phenomenal goal.
Do you have any moments like that?
All the time.
Of course. Any one that stand out? Any one things that just, that moment where you even impressed yourself? Like, wow, it just all came together.
More in practice than in the games.
Okay.
For sure. But no, I was more of known for more of an assist than the goal scoring.
'71st minute now. Asante waiting for it. Kobayashi taps it back. Vegas trying to work forward once again. Oh, again, touched just a little too quickly. Ochoa, if he could have just held onto the ball, waited for a little help, Vegas could have had something.
I actually thought that was a good look. He realized that those players, the back line for Phoenix Rising, had pushed up. There's space in behind. That's what he does well, is able to hold up the ball, but he finds that he's able to look for a first-time look, a no-look pass over, just a little too heavy, catches his teammates off guard. They don't realize it either, but that's where they're going to catch Phoenix Rising, and when they can, that's their specialty, is to go quick, get him in, catch him on transition. We just haven't seen much of that tonight. Phoenix Rising doing a good job of getting players behind the ball quickly.
Player is down right now, and you see a yellow card is out from our official. And I believe Salgado is going to draw it here, but not sure just yet. It will be Omar Salgado. Did not see what happened away from the ball. Our cameras, though, picking it up here at Cashman. Oh, right there.
Yeah, that's a tough collision.
So another break in the action here, and the second hydration break of the night. I believe this is the hydration break, or is it? No, not yet. This is just sort of a pause for an injury here. So that water break still to come. Yellow card dealt to Salgado, and it looks like Amadou Dia is going to be okay. 73rd minute. Las Vegas Lights FC still trying to find a way to get on the scoreboard. Another substitution for Lights FC. Daniel Guzman, the son of the great Daniel Guzman, Liga MX legend, big-time striker, enters the match. Alex Mendoza will exit. So Las Vegas out of substitutions here. Try and ride this lineup the rest of the way. Turn this time by Billy Forbes. Rising FC threatening once again. Goes across the end line. Be a goal kick for Ferrino. Forbes brings pretty nice pace, as you can see. just received word because of that slight break, because of the injury to Amadou Dia. There will be no second hydration break. If you're on the pitch right now, I hope you got yourself some water during that break of the action, because we're going the distance here at Cashman. Lights FC now able to win it in the midfield. Now here's Torres. Just too many giveaways, Lori, for Lights FC on opportunities that were brewing. Decisions that we saw really in the first 30 minutes of action. Then here in the second half, Lights FC have just had too few opportunities, just not able to string it together.
Well, you said it right. It's the decision making in that final third. They have more time than they think. They're just willing to launch balls in, hoping something gets on it, instead of being more patient, taking their chances, trying to link up to feet when it's on. You have Ochoa in there. He's known to be able to come back to play back to goal. That's where he's best. Link up with players, but instead just aimlessly playing balls in. And we know they're used to being able to push the pace, play balls in behind a lot more than they have been able to tonight. But at the same time, as players, you got to be able to read those moments, realizing it's not on.
And that is something that whenever Chili's and San Isidro Sanchez, when they put together the cast of characters, this first roster for Las Vegas Lights FC, the first thing they said they wanted to see was goals. Got to score, no matter what. We want to light up our scoreboard in the inaugural year, and that certainly has been a challenge for most of the season, as you would expect from a team in their first year. But keep in mind, that is priority number one. This is not a side that says we want to just protect our own half for 90 minutes.
No, and when they're off and running and they're playing more direct, it's a fun style for them to watch. But when you have key players like Carlos Alvarez that are out of the lineup who really get that going and they bring that energy to be able to push that pace, then you got to look for different ways. And that's a sign of a good team, is to read what's going on with the other teams. Phoenix coming in here, wanting to solidify 3 points on the road. If anything, just get 1 point. They're willing to kind of sit back, get numbers behind the ball. Vegas has got to be able to read that and realize that maybe our style isn't going to be able to.
Kobayashi.
Maybe our style isn't going to be able to break this team down, so we're going to have to look for some different ways. And that's part of being a professional player and beating teams and winning your individual battles. Is reading what's on. And
Kobayashi trying to sneak one in, and it's Salgado. Salgado turning, marked very tightly, a defender right on his back. We'll give it back out to Torres. Torres trying to service one in. And no Lights player in position. Phoenix coming the other way now, Devin Vega. Vega on the counter, right into the hands of Ferrino.
We're starting to see the game open up a little bit, especially on the counterattack for Phoenix Rising. They're there doing a good job of winning that second ball that's cleared out on those crosses that we're seeing Vegas send in. And there's tons of room in this midfield.
Great touch by Asante, but the offsides flag does come up. Devin Vega. As Ferrino now will come over. I believe Ricardo Ferrino needs a little hydration. And Vega getting a yellow card on that last sequence.
Yeah, kicking the ball after the play. The whistle's already blown. Looks to shoot anyway.
Vega booked in the 79th minute. We're in the stretch run here at Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Phoenix with a goal in the 11th minute by Solomon Asante. Drew Felios, Lori Lindsay, former United States women's national teamer. See the electric company just waiting and on their feet the entire journey here tonight. Hoping that their home side can somehow come up with one, at least to equalize. Hear the Viva Lights chant. Trying to spark this Vegas side. Should see a fast and furious final 10 minutes from this Lights FC side. Kobayashi now working quickly. This is Torres. Torres servicing in, setting up the header. Good idea once again, but Salgado just could not redirect it.
And this is a good look. Again, it all starts with Ochoa popping off of that back line, set and play, playing a little ball back that allows them to go wide. And then this is a good look because the patience allows them to get more numbers in the box. Salgado, who's been active all night, using his height, just can't, like you mentioned, just can't redirect it, get it on frame to cause any trouble for Lubin. But that's one of their better plays, allowing Ochoa to come back and get.
Asante, careless turnover, now takes the shot. Ferrino, a tremendous denial for Lights FC. What a save.
Yeah, fantastic save for Ferrino. It's a poor giveaway right there on top of the box. Asante with a solid look on goal, makes great contact. But Ferrino, outstretched diving save to keep this at 1-0 for Phoenix Rising.
Now it's Torres sizing things up. Lights FC with some momentum in the box, going down. Looked like possible contact, no whistle. Rising FC trying a quick counter.
And we're really starting to see this game open up back and forth now. We see all the space that there is in the midfield. Not much possession. Here's Asante with that good look. But Ferrino doing a good job of just pushing it wide.
Oh, I don't know there. Deserve a penalty? What do you think?
I'll have to see that one again. I was still admiring Asante's shot in the Ferrino save.
Meanwhile, Musa down for Phoenix. Here's one more look. Right there, possibly, as Daniel Guzman.
I think it's a tough one to give a penalty kick on that one. Both players going for the ball. They just collide. Salgado getting the more of that though. He just goes down, but I think that's a better look. We're starting to see this game, as I mentioned, opening up end-to-end action.
How about Ricardo Ferrino? Flair for the dramatic, doesn't he?
I'm really enjoying that get up he has on.
Well, catch the second edition of the Silver State Cup between Las Vegas and rivals Reno right here on MyLVTV. Tuesday, August 28th, the next road broadcast for Las Vegas Lights FC, taking on Reno. Should be a fun night. Rising FC continuing to work quickly. Ferrino, a long run to get over there. And he beat Freighter to the ball barely.
Well, this is a good look to be able to play this ball back across the face of the goal. Freighter can't get there. I thought Ferrino was going to start to chase that ball. Looks like he's starting to get it away from him, but he does a good job of pouncing on it, not allowing Freighter to get any touch on it.
See Forbes, Ferrino collides with him. Goal right now is open. And Ferrino is gonna get called here.
And this is just unfortunate because Ferrino just moments ago makes a huge save to keep this game. Keeps Las Vegas, his team, in the final here. Final few minutes, just making it 1-0, and then comes out too aggressively, knows he's not gonna get the ball, ends up taking the player instead of the ball, results in this penalty kick.
The right move by Ferrino, Lori.
Well, this is a good little one too. No, he's coming out too far. You already have a defender there. Just allow the defender to stand him up. No need to come off your line. Totally misses the ball, takes out the player. No intention of even getting the ball. Now they're here finding themselves potentially going down 2-0 in these last 10 minutes or so.
So it's Kevon Freighter on the PK. Ricardo Ferrino trying to keep his team in this match. And softly for 2-0 lead, Rising FC closing in on their 13th victory of the season.
And that's a good finish from the spot. You can see Ferrino doing all he can to try to distract Frater, but ultimately just makes Ferrino go one way, and it's cool, calm, and collected. Just passes it past him.
A little bit of a change up that time. Completely through. Las Vegas goalie off. That is a case there, Lori, where love what Ferrino does night in and night out, brings such flair to it, but at times can be a little out of control. Well, that time cost his team just a bit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, because he had such a good save before, he's had a few good saves in this game, but it's indicative of how the season has gone for Las Vegas. They'll have so many long strings and long moments of good football, and then they just make some individual mistakes that cost them in these games, and it allows these teams, opposing teams, to come in here or on the road to take advantage of those mistakes that have been together longer, have had more experience in this league.
Lights FC's trying to stay calm here, not giving up. Trying to at least get a goal on the board here before leaving their home pitch. Kobayashi. Now Torres. Torres low on the ground in the box. Another near goal. Zach Lubin trying to make sure nothing gets by. And you know what? I think it's about time we give Zach a little credit tonight. He has kept things under control through some chaos.
Yeah, it's not easy to come in, haven't started, come in and make some big saves, and just be aggressive and brave. Torres having some joy out here wide right there, or excuse me, wide left. They're starting to find some space, and they're starting to play better balls in, and so got it getting on the end of them, but just nothing that's getting past Lubin.
Backup goalie has looked like #1 guy here tonight.
And you mentioned his wingspan, and it really is just the presence that he has in that goal.
Time winding down here in Las Vegas. 2-0 deficit for Las Vegas Lights FC. They've had some moments tonight. He's not able to capitalize. Phoenix got the early goal by Asante, and they have sort of just had this one in cruise control ever since. Late PK certainly helped out as well for Kevon Frater. And now another player down. It's Kevon Lambert. Had several mid-air collisions here tonight. Lambert, a key member in that midfield. 39 tackles, one of the more physical players on this Rising side. Well, fans, BDG Dental is proud to sponsor the Shirts Off Our Backs following every Lights home game. Schedule your next appointment at 388-8888. BDG Dental, proud to sponsor Shirts Off Our Backs following every Lights FC home match. BDG Dental Services, proud sponsor of Las Vegas Lights FC, and a really cool tradition they've established here in the inaugural year. Of course, after scoring the goal, showing the prints underneath the shirts, the smiley faces, and then literally the shirts off the backs of the home side immediately when the game is concluded. Knew it was going to be tough, though, for the home side tonight without Carlos Alvarez, without Joel Huiki. Pretty good night by Omar Salgado and the lights. But you got to score if you want to take down a team the caliber of Phoenix. Brewer comes in for Frater. That's the last Phoenix substitution here in the 90th minute. Should have considerable extra time coming up. Six minutes of extra time. Las Vegas not giving up. Christian Torres. Torres, solid touch. Now they work far side. Guzman trying to service one in. Another tie up just outside the 6 and controlled eventually by Zach Lubin, who has been a cool customer tonight. In goal for Phoenix Rising FC. There you take a look right there. My good friend Thomas Viola there on the right. Syracuse graduate, former world record holder, according to his Twitter account, and a play-by-play extraordinaire. Lori, you talk about a young man with a bright future. Thomas is doing some really, really nice work with the Las Vegas franchise this year, and just exciting. First year playing in the USL, and so many great building blocks established. Cannot wait to follow this program for years to come. There's a nice move, top of the 18, and another shot sails to the right. Vegas just has not been able to bury one here tonight, but they certainly are not going away trying, not trying. Saturdays at 8 a.m. Be sure to tune in to the Las Vegas Soccer Betting Hour on NBC Sports AM 920 or www.lvssportsnetwork.com or on your preferred podcast platform by searching Las Vegas Soccer Betting Hour. Saturdays, 8 a.m. the Las Vegas Soccer Betting Hour, NBC Sports AM 920. You believe sports betting now going to be a legal thing. States continuing to join in on the fray. I can bet you one thing, Las Vegas Light's going to certainly learn from this match here tonight. The effort has been there, Lori. That's one thing. You can't say that Lights are not putting forth every single bit of effort that they have. It just simply has not happened. And a few adjustments I guarantee they're going to make. Of course, you get back Alvarez too, and Huiki eventually, and Garduño also a very key piece. This side I think is going to be okay.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. It's not that the effort's not there. We just have to keep in mind that this Phoenix Rising team is a quality team. Yes, as of late, they've had a difficult time on the road, but they're in 4th place. sitting in a position where they can host a home game in the playoffs. We just got to keep that in mind. This isn't a team that's come in that's not very good, and it's just that Las Vegas isn't able to find the back of the net. No, Las Vegas has created some good chances against this Phoenix Rising team, but unfortunately just hasn't put any in the back of the net. And when Phoenix Rising has had their looks, they've taken them.
Another special announcement to make for Lights FC. Las Vegas Lights FC is officially over 100,000 fans in attendance for their inaugural season tonight, eclipsing that mark. Big congratulations to all involved here in this first year. A bit of discussion going on at the top of the 18 right now, and Vegas is going to get a set piece here at a pretty good spot. Lights would love a goal to take with them here. Will it be Kobayashi or Salgado? If they can try and hook one in. This crowd wants to see a goal. Asante directing traffic. The wall is formed. Looks like Rising gonna have to move back just a little here. Crowd get a little antsy, and so are we. Kobayashi keeps it on the ground. Phoenix can't clear it. And there is Zach Lubin once again to take the steam out of any Lights FC threat. Lights not letting you go away just yet. And finally, it's a final. Phoenix Rising FC come to Las Vegas. They take another one against their new rival. Final score 2-0. A little bit of a conversation between Chalice and Rick Shantz. Game got a little testy here tonight, but Phoenix Rising keeping their composure, and the great one, Solomon Asante, with some magic. This was the fatal blow here. Ferrino committing the foul, the PK making it 2-0. We'll wrap things up after this from Vegas.
With rising electric bills, now is the time to call Universal Solar Direct to take advantage of tax rebates and years of continued savings. Own your system. Don't lease. Call Universal Solar Direct now. 702-710-1921. That's 702-710-1921.
What is Zappos? Allow us to introduce ourselves. We're your one-stop shop for shoes, clothing, handbags, and a whole lot more. Simply put, Zappos is you. And we're here for you 24/7. Whether you need the latest and greatest in footwear or a new piece of luggage, we'll always ship it fast and free. Add to that free returns and a 1-year return policy, and you'll be set for a worry-free shopping adventure. So let us help deliver happiness to your front door. Shop on Zappos.com today.
Universal helped me eliminate my electric utility bill.
Call today and get the lifetime monitoring and maintenance package included. Own your system. Don't lease. Call Universal Solar Direct. 702-710-1921. That's 702-710-1921.
Have you ever thought about riding a Harley-Davidson? Visit one of our Southern Nevada Harley-Davidson dealers. Shop Henderson, Red Rock, or Las Vegas Harley-Davidson. Finding freedom just got a lot easier. Ride out on a new Harley-Davidson and leave the excuses behind. Now and throughout the Las Vegas Light Soccer season, you can sign up and win one of 2 great prizes: a pair of Lights tickets or Harley-Davidson Riding Academy classes for 1. Visit us at Henderson Harley-Davidson, Gibson and Warm Springs, Red Rock Harley-Davidson, Rainbow and Sahara, and Las Vegas Harley-Davidson on the Strip.
2-0 the final score. Phoenix Rising FC over Las Vegas Lights. And Chalice having a few words with his side before they leave tonight. Give the shirts off their backs, and great job by the fans supporting the home side from start to finish. But this pretty much summed things up. Las Vegas trying to work quickly, and Omar Salgado really affecting things in the first half. Number 8 was tremendous.
Yeah, this was a quality look within the first minute of the game. Good solid touch, but ultimately just couldn't get enough on it to put it in the back of the net. But then it was Asante, great header, even better save by Ferrino, but Asante just picking up his own rebound, a good little touch, quick turn. Slots it past Ferrino, low and hard on the ground, so difficult to save, and that'd make it 1-0 going into the first half.
Asante on fire. That was a great chance there as Matt Thomas came flying in. Just could not get it past the very calm and composed Zach Lubin getting the start here tonight. And then late, Ferrino had his moments in the second half.
And Asante again getting this started, playing the ball, little good ball in beyond Lambert. Looks across it, but Ferrino there, good. And then another great save, keeping this game at 1-0. Ferrino coming up big with some of these saves, and then a minute later, it's a quick 1-2, and Ferrino comes flailing out, ends up taking out the player, giving away a penalty kick. Should have stayed in the box, allowing his defender just to defend this. Instead, comes out aggressively, gives away the penalty kick, and then Freitas here just so calmly puts this past the diving Ferrino, and he knows it.
That made it 2-0 and put the icing on this one. Phoenix Rising FC soaring right now. They'll leave Las Vegas with 3 big points. Look at our final stats. Possession, Phoenix doing a good job there. Las Vegas Lights did have 3 yellow cards to their credit. Did have 14 shots, but very few of them offering serious threats against a very calm, cool, and collected Zach Lubin here tonight. Before we go off the air, I want to wish a good luck to our own Paul Beam, our replay operator, his final assignment with us tonight. Paul, best of luck in your future endeavors. Thanks so much for doing such a great job. Lori Lindsay, you're always doing a great job. Thank you so much. Our fabulous crew tonight. From Las Vegas, I'm Drew Felios. Congrats to Phoenix Rising FC. They win 2-0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.